Hey, my lovely friends, in today's English video lesson, we're going to learn some advanced vocabulary with Reza Aslan. Let's do this.
Trumpism is a cult.
So how does that connect to this, and what do you mean by that?
Well, let me be clear. When I use the word cult, I use it in its pejorative sense. As
Good for you.
Yeah.
The first word of the lesson is pejorative. A pejorative is a term. It is an expression or a phrase that expresses strong disrespect, disapproval, contempt. So what is Reza saying here? He says, I'm not using the word cult in a neutral way. I'm not just using this word to refer to a group of people. I am using this as an insult. And this is the meaning of the word pejorative. Let's pay attention to the pronunciation of this word, pejorative.
I mean, as scholars, we try not to use the word cult because, it's a value judgment word. It's like your religion is a cult and my religion is a religion. And as I never get tired of saying, cult plus time equals religion.
Yes.
So,
yes.
But in this case, I mean it really specifically in the terms that it's been used in the pejorative sense, by which I mean an insulated group of individuals in thrall to a charismatic leader to whom.
Okay, let's talk about the expression in someone's thrall, which means completely controlled, fascinated by someone. So he says there is a group of people who are insulated, they are not in contact with other groups, and they are in a charismatic leader's thrall. So pay attention to that structure. We normally say in someone's thrall.
They have given divine status, prophetic status.
They have given Trump, he says, divine status. Prophetic is the adjective form of the word prophet. So they regard Trump as some sort of a prophet.
And that is definitely what has happened among a large swath of white evangelicals when it comes to.
Swath or swath is another good word that you may want to learn. And this refers to a broad area. But Reza is using this word to refer to a large group of people. You could pronounce it either way, swath or swath.
Trump. Let's back up and just make sure we're on the same page here. 81% of white evangelicals voted for Donald Trump in this last election. That's a record. That's more white evangelicals than voted for George W. Bush, and he was a white evangelical. To this day, Trump has the lowest approval ratings of any president in modern history. His presidency is deteriorating before our very eyes.
Deteriorate is a fantastic verb. It means to get worse over time, gradually, normally. The pronunciation is a little tricky, so let me break it down for you. Deteriorate, deteriorate. Trump's presidency, Reza argues, is deteriorating before our very eyes.
He has lost support in almost every single category except white evangelicals. To this day, still 3/4 of white evangelicals strongly support him. And among those 3/4, according to the PRRI, this is the Public Religion Research Institute, among those 3/4 of white evangelicals, support for him is highest among those who go to church at least once a week. So the more religiously devout evangelical you are.
Devout is a great adjective to learn. It describes someone who is fully committed to their religion. Let's pronounce together, devout. They deeply believe in the doctrine of a particular faith or religion.
White evangelical, the more likely you are to support a lying, lecherous, greedy, sexist, racist, narcissistic sociopath.
And he rattles off all those negative traits. But a good adjective to learn here is lecherous, which typically describes a person who is full of sexual desire, but they don't express this desire in an appropriate way. Unfortunately, they maybe behave in an off-putting way. They make comments that are not suited to a particular setting. Let's pronounce it together, lecherous, lecherous.
Whose entire worldview makes a mockery of Christianity.
He says Trump's entire worldview makes a mockery of Christianity. So his way of thinking, his perspective and outlook belittles and ridicules Christianity, to make a mockery of someone or something. Anyways, I hope you've learned at least one new word.